Welcome to my channel, Twin Flame 1111 Talk. Today we are going to talk on understanding dreams and messages that I've gotten to understand my journey. If you want to leave a comment about anything that relates to you, please leave a comment in the section below. I'm going to just talk about a friend of mine. I had to get her permission to discuss this with the collective and for everybody listening to this channel, as it's very sensitive to her and how she was affected by this here. So I'm going to go into it. I'll start off with a dream that I had one night. And it was a very intense dream. I had this dream of someone being in an accident. I didn't see the end results of the accident, but it looked like a serious accident because most times we wake up from dreams, and you have to interpret it first. So a couple of weeks after that dream, I got a phone call from a very close friend of mine to say that a younger soul sister had just lost her son in a bike accident. So we set out to try to reach her, because we didn't have a direct number and she wasn't working at the same place where I knew her to be working at. And so we set out to reach her. So we connected again, and we were on, all of us, her sister, and everybody was on WhatsApp. And we just communicated with her, try to be there for her in that sense, see how she was going along. But in the interim, I had strong, this is the first time it's sort of happened to me. I had strong messages from, I believe it was her son at the time, that was telling me to reach out to her to let her know that she has so much work to do as a light worker. And I didn't actually know how to do it at the time. So I did have to go over, what this message was translating to me, and that he was okay, that his journey, he knew now, was that he had to be with her at that time in her life and let her get to know him in that sense, and then go back into spirit form. So that was kind of difficult for me to actually tell her. So it did take me a little while to reach out to her and talk to her. And for some reason, I had a feeling that she was actually knowing that I had to talk to her. And we didn't say anything, we just had general conversations, keeping an eye on her and everything. And the more I took longer to come, the stronger his presence was becoming to me, to when are you going to talk to her? And so I took the time out to actually go and talk with her privately. And I told her about that, and I told her about other things that I've been going through on this journey, so that she could know that, got her best interest at heart. And so I reached out to her and I told her about it, and she told me about how she actually believed she saw him. I think it was the day after his accident. She saw him sitting on the wall that he always used to sit on. And so we went on our way, and we discussed other things that he was telling me, and that he wanted her to know that she's is more to what she is showing. And I talked to her about things that when she was younger, how she always stood apart from others. And she's such a humble, sweet, sweet soul. She is such a beautiful person. And she always was. It was just something so special about her, even as a little child, because I knew her as a little child. And she has had so much early tragedies that have happened with her and her family. And so she was such a humble person. And so she was able to, and I told her that her son was telling me that she has more work to do here and to get a better understanding of the connection between earth and spiritual, of how unique the two is, but one. So we went through and we were discussing all of this here, and she wanted to know more because her son and her had a very unique relationship, where she was telling me, and he actually was telling me also. So she was confirming what I was saying, because I never really knew him as a young adult. And so when she was telling me the things that he was so humble, and the two of them would sit down and have serious conversations about different things, and powerful things about things beyond what we see. So that let me know that he was talking to me, and he was trying to relate things to her. And then, and whenever it got kind of challenging for her, the two of us would talk, and I would help lift her up, because he's okay. He always let me know that he is okay. That was his journey. He had to meet her. He had to be in her life so that he could know, so that she could wake up to who she really is. And that's how powerful her journey is, and his journey also. So sometimes we see those things as tragedies because we don't really understand the spiritual side of things, because the spiritual side of things knows so much when it gets into that space, back into the space that it sent back into that form, because spirit is everywhere. Energy is everywhere. And he just wanted me to know after a while that he was going to be quiet, because his message for her was complete. He'll always be there, but he wanted her to know how much he loved her, and he's okay. He was okay. So as hard as it was for me at that time, I related the message to her, and I asked her if I was able to share this with you all, so that you can understand. Also, if we've lost tragedy, she's lost a good bit of people through tragedy. Her mom that raised her had passed away when I believe she was in her mid-20s. And her sister, who I knew so well, she had a tragic death. She had a tragic situation. She had a hard life, and she took her own life. And one thing about my friend, my soul sister, she's strong. She's really strong, because through it all, that is to pull her and us, so that when we have tragedies, we are able to be pulled into understanding how strong the connection is between the spirit and our physical. And to not give up, to understand that this journey in the physical is a very, very important journey. And we all are here for a reason, which is why it's so important, as I said in the first thing, is to know your purpose. Knowing your purpose is as important as waking up and cleaning your teeth. So I want to just take a break here for that for now. And thanks for listening. If you can, hit me the like button and subscribe to my channel. I would appreciate it. Also, if you have any dreams that you need to know the meaning of, send me an email, as I'm guided by the universe to do it as a free service. And much love to all. I hope you enjoyed this.